So a guy I know just posted his test results from one of these political quadrant tests, and it was accompanied on Facebook by some hilariously stupid comments. So I figured I'd go ahead and take the test myself and make my own hilariously stupid comments along the way. Let's see what happens. So here we are on IDR Labs, getting ready to take the test. We got all kinds of tests: sexism, depression, communism, Trump, Islam, orientation. Here we are, political test. This test will measure your political opinions according to a non biased and agenda free set of questions that has been used by universities and political parties all over the world. Oh, will it? Well, let's go and see about that, shall we? Okay, here we go. Question one. Capital punishment should be an option in some cases. I'm generally against capital punishment, but I think people who post vegan memes and their sentences with the word period or make videos of themselves taking quizzes could be a significant option. So I'll agree. If an immigrant wants to fly the flag of his home country on my country's soil, that's okay with me. Uh, well, I mean, part of me just doesn't really give a shit, but it is sort of a dickhead move. So I'm going to disagree. The government should redistribute wealth from the rich to the poor. Yes, they should take all the wealth from California and give it all to Nigeria immediately, especially from Gina Kadekbak. No, I'm kidding. Government should do nothing of the kind. I disagree strongly. Free trade is better for third world countries than developmental aid. Huh. Better for countries. Well, I'm not going to belabor it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's better. Okay, I agree. Fine, whatever. It is legitimate for nations to privilege their own religion over others. Huh. Well, I noticed they didn't say, is it good? They said, is it legitimate? Legitimate for nations. Nations? See, this question is stupid. They should be asking, because a nation doesn't do anything on its own. A government of a nation does things. I'm going to say, yeah. I mean, having a unified religion is definitely a good thing, especially since I'm living. Yep, yes. Actually, I'm going to strongly agree. Everywhere I've ever visited that had a unified religious has been a peaceful society, and everywhere that's more diverse has been fucked up. Next, monarchy and aristocratic titles should be abolished. Well, I mean, since I identify as a king and my pronouns are Your Majesty and Royal Highness, this is obviously I disagree. Rehabilitating criminals is more important than punishing them. Huh. Well, more important. That's interesting. I mean, rehabilitating people is more desirable, it's more beneficial, it's more fantastic than punishing them. But is it possible? Not in all cases. In many cases, not. It's more important to punish people, not to send them and give them free shit. Disagree. Disagree. Marijuana should be legal. Personally, I never touch the stuff, but I don't give a shit if someone else does, so legal, yeah. Speculation on the stock exchange is less desirable than other kinds of economic activity. Interesting question. Since I am someone who currently earns his living by speculating on the stock exchange, I can say that it's more desirable to me than going to some job or whatever, but it's less desirable overall for the rest of society. I could help people more by doing the kind of work and stuff that I'm good at, but so I'm going to say, yeah, this is less desirable. Go me. The market is generally better at allocating resources than the government. I'd really like to meet the person that would disagree with this. Oh, on second thought, no, I wouldn't. I'm not interested in Bernie Bros. I agree. Immigration to my country should be minimized and strictly controlled. Interesting. What is my country? I was born in Canada, so that's my country. I lived in the US for, God, about 30 years and maintained legal residence there, so is that my country? I live in Thailand now, so is that my country? Obviously, I'm not very strictly controlled myself, moving around, but There's got to be limits. Yeah, it's got to be controlled. Hell knows. You look at some of the bird shit walking around here in Thailand. Next, people who turn down a job should not be eligible for unemployment benefits from the government. Yeah, that's correct. If you don't want to pull the wagon, you don't get to sit in the wagon, bud. It almost never ends well when the government gets involved in business. Yeah, it never ends well. I agree. Some companies that get bailed out probably should have gone away. Prostitution should be legal. Yeah, sure, why not? Whatever. Government spending with the aim of creating jobs is generally a good idea. Good for what? This reminds me of the story when an economist was visiting China and they were building a dam, and they instead of using like tractors and steam shovels and mechanical stuff, they were using shovels. And the economist asked them, "Why are you using shovels?" And the government rep said, "Oh, well, this is a job creation program." And the economist said, "Oh, in that case, why don't you have them use teaspoons? You can employ 10 times as many people." This is retarded. Disagree. The government should set a cap on the wages of bankers and CEOs. No, the government should set a cap on the wages of uh, personal progress coaches or whatever the hell they're calling them these days at zero. No, in any case, yeah, some of these salaries are retarded, and you know what? I don't know why we're picking on bankers and CEOs. You could pick on Hollywood stars and basketball players and whatever. I mean, it's totally ridiculous. But should the government do something about it? That is the question here, and the answer is no, because who knows where the hell that could lead to. A strong military is a better foreign policy than a strong diplomacy. Well, it really sort of depends now, doesn't it? I mean, a strong military is working for North Korea, if you can call it that, but strong diplomacy is getting far superior results for, say, a place like Switzerland, which needs almost no diplomacy whatsoever. So the question is, I mean, if it's one or the other, diplomacy is better, but it's frequently the question is not one or the other, and it's who are you asking? So I kind of want a diplomacy. Okay, fine, I'll agree a little bit. No, I'll disagree. I mean, yeah. Ah. Western civilization has benefited more from Christianity than from the ideas of ancient Greece. What? Well, Western civilization sort of is the combination of Christianity and the ideas of ancient Greece. So, I mean, is it a contest to see what's benefited more? I think this is like they sneaking in a religion test here. I don't know. I'm not going to answer. Next. We need to increase taxes on industry out of concern for the climate. Oh, yes. If we could just tax whatever coal mines at 48%, the temperature would go down by 3 degrees by next Tuesday. This is retardation. No. Some peoples and religions are generally more trouble than others. Oh ho ho! Yes, they are, and you know it, but you don't have the guts to say it. I do. Homosexual couples should have all the same rights as heterosexual ones, including the right to adopt. Huh. Why am I getting the feeling that that comma is a trick? All the same rights. Yeah, all the same rights to go to the grocery store and get a job and, I don't know, even adopt. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't care. But the question here is all the same rights. Now, I'm going to diverge off the PC plantation here and to note that one of the rights that is included in all is a tax break that's provided by the federal government to married couples. And the reason that that tax break exists is to assist people that are active in the creation of the next generation, something that homosexual couples are not active in. And so they should not have that right to that tax break. And now I see the trick with the comma. That's why the right to adopt was put in here. You sneaky bastards. I disagree just because you're dicks. Overall, Security leaks like those perpetuated by Edward Snowden and WikiLeaks do more harm than good. Yeah, more harm to Hillary Clinton, and that's awesome, so I disagree. My country should give more foreign and developmental aid to third world countries. Well, what is my country? Canada, US, or Thailand? I guess I'll stick with the US since that's where most of you are that are listening to this, all three of you. No, you should not give more developmental foreign aid. You should trade and be friends and do business, but not give handouts. There is at heart a conflict between the interest of business and the interest of society. Oh boy. Pray tell, what is the interest of society? Does society have an interest? Who is the society? Please point to society so I can ask them about their interest. This is another stupid question. Disagree because you're stupid. The government should provide health care to its citizens free of charge. Oh, they should also provide unicorns. This is a stupid question because it's literally impossible. Doctors don't work for free. Hospitals don't get worked for free. Drugs don't get developed for free. None of it is free, so it cannot be provided for free. Someone pays somehow. And as for government providing it, where you're going to go down to the city hall to get some aspirin, what is this retardation? I disagree, Bernie. You're a loser. Taxpayer money should not be spent on arts or sports. My gut instinct is to strongly agree. But, I don't know. You want to lose at everything at the Olympics? I'll agree, but we'll leave a little bit of wiggle room there. If people want to drive without a seatbelt, that should be their decision. Well, I strongly agree, but I have a problem because I was once in a horrific accident in which my life was probably saved because I was wearing a seatbelt, because some dickhead in an office was forcing me to do it at the pain of getting a ticket. So I'm still going to agree, but I'm sure glad I was wearing it. Some countries and civilizations are natural enemies. I don't know. I mean, some civilizations have incompatibilities. Does that make them enemies? No, just, you don't have to be enemies. I'm just going to be neutral. A country should never go to war without the support of the international community. Oh, you little twerps. So if this question was a country should never go to war, I would agree. But what is this without the support of the international community? We're all going to get together a vote. Who goes to war? Oh, 53% voted that we have to blow up, I don't know, Israel or North Korea or Saudi Arabia, so therefore we're going to do it? This is a stupid question. I disagree. Equality is more important than economic growth. Oh yeah, absolutely. We should all abolish all economic growth and go back to the Stone Age where we can all be equal little Stone Age cretins with all our teeth falling out and dead by the age of 28. So we can all be equal. Get rid of all that economic growth. This is stupid. Stupid disagree. Surveillance and counterterrorism programs have gone too far. Well, depends where you are. If you're in communist China, yeah, it's ridiculous. If you're in Thailand, it's not so bad. If you're in the USA, yeah, it's gone a bit too far and it's heading worse. Overall, the minimum wage does more harm than good. Note the inclusion of the word overall. When you make a minimum wage, you're basically making it illegal for people with low skills to work. And that does a lot of harm. It's, yeah, I agree. Medically assisted suicide should be legal. I don't like it, but it's not really up to me, so I guess so. Import tariffs on foreign products are a good way to protect jobs in my country. It's interesting. Well, import tariffs are a good way to protect jobs, but that's not the same as saying import tariffs are a good thing altogether. But the question here was specifically about jobs, so I agree. Overall, labor unions do more harm than good. Yes, they do. Of course, labor unions are good for members of labor unions. Well, that is, unless they put their entire industry out of business. But yeah, they do more harm than good. There are too many wasteful government programs. I want to meet the retard that would disagree with this. Oh, no, no, I don't. I agree. All right. Holy shit. What am I here? Whoa, look at that. Far right communitarian, a little bit communitarian. Now that's interesting because until very recently, I would have been more down here. I think I took this test like 3 or 4 years ago, and I was somewhere down near the bottom. And I don't like that they're using this word liberal here. I think the more appropriate would be say individualistic or freedom oriented. Um, yeah, but it looks like I'm shifting up and to the right, and I think I can see a little bit of that because just learning more about the way things work, and I love freedom myself, but the fact of the matter is most people just can't handle it. What do they got down here? Oh, so I'm somewhere over here between Reagan and Milton Friedman. Yeah, I guess that's sort of okay. I noticed they don't have any examples down here. This would have been like Murray Rothbard territory, and up here you got Hitler and Stalin and I don't know, Bernie over here somewhere. Anyways, that's how it worked out. So whatever, it's just a test. You can see how serious I was about it. Peace out.